Hello everybody, how you doing? This is Kinesiology 231 and this is an overview of module number 3. As I have noted in previous presentations, when you look at this module, you have two chapters assigned to it, one of which is chapter 6 and the other is 7, and this module is all about muscular fitness and designing training programs for muscular fitness. So let's go ahead and jump in real quick and have a look. So for chapter 6, when we look at this, you have the content folder will have lecture slides from the book, annotations from me, much like usual, and then the videos themselves will be specific to how you actually test muscular fitness and how you go ahead and evaluate your clients. This will be a combination of videos provided from book, YouTube, and also things I've created. And then much like before, this is an even number chapter, so you know you're going to have a quiz, much like every chapter. You know you're going to have a lab, much like every chapter, but you also have a case study due for this chapter. And then beyond that, you have the post and response, of course, for your classmates. So go ahead and when you do these, try to now, as I go through the course, I usually have to prompt people and guide people to be a little bit more elaborate and have a better insight regarding their answers. So go ahead and try to push yourself a little bit when you go ahead and answer some of these posts and response. Try to maybe set a goal to have 100 words, maybe 150 words for your response, or even your post. So you can kind of push the agenda a little bit with your classmates and actually learn from each other. All right, so the content for chapter 7, again, this is much like before, content folder, videos folder, assignments folder. And with the content folder, you're going to have lecture slides adapted from the book. You also have different variables that are associated with when you think of working out, we're applying a stimulus to the human organism. And well, we tend to have a lot of stressors in our life. And here we are applying another stressor to the human organism through fitness and working out. So there's a couple of ways to look at this, but the big thing to really evaluate and take in are what are some of the acute variables that you're placing on your client, and what are some of the acute variables and sometimes chronic that they have to process and adapt to throughout their day-to-day lives. With the videos, it'll be American Council on Exercise, hip to waist ratio. It's one of your numbers to evaluate the human form, if you will. And if we go into assignments, of course, you have the book quiz, you have designing programs itself for the lab, and the post and response. Now, with the designing resistance training programs, there's many different variables that go into designing training programs. A lot of it has to do with who is the body, what is the body in front of you at that moment, and then it also is partially what are they trying to accomplish. So these are components that you'll have to evaluate and be able to come up with your own training methodology for your clients. And what you'll find is if you were to go online and look at different fitness professionals across the board, sure, you'll have some basic verbiage. Sure, you'll have some different programming variables that get basically implemented in every program. But as you go from big picture dealing with a ton of bodies to dealing with the person that's in front of you, the focus becomes more narrow. And as a result, your programming tends to tighten from broad-based, I'm going to work on hypertrophy, to what I'm going to do with that person that's in front of me in a hypertrophy mesocycle, if you will. So with this, we're going to talk a little bit about what you do for your workouts and how you actually work out. And then you can compare and contrast those with your classmates, and hopefully you guys come up with some cool new ideas for your workouts. Much like every other module, all assignments are provided and to be completed and submitted on Blackboard. And depending upon it, you might get 24 hours turnaround. It might be immediate. It just depends on the actual assignment itself. Beyond that, if you have questions, concerns, etc., feel free to email me at afleische, F-L-E-I-S-H-E. The R is taken off at Harper, at harpercollege.edu if you happen to have any questions or concerns. All right, guys, thank you so much. Time to dive into Module 3.